Best in Show is a pretty good film, particularly if you're a dog person. This was released in 2000. It's directed by Christopher Guest, written by Guest and Eugene Levy, and we have a cast including Jay Brazo, Parker Posey, Michael Hitchcock, Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy, Jennifer Coolidge. Obviously, we have a brilliant cast there and a cast of absolutely gorgeous dogs. And this is about the Mayflower Dog Show. And it's about the contestants and their dogs. And it's a mockumentary. And ordinarily, I'm not a huge fan of mockumentary style, but it does work. It is a good way to get to know the characters, to get to know the contestants. But a good chunk of this does take place at the dog show. And what's pretty great about this, and I'm not saying the experience would have been less enjoyable had I not known this, but it does make it a bit more interesting, is that apparently most of the film was improvised. I don't know if that's because they were just working with the dogs and going with the flow. Obviously, when you have a lot of animals on set, things might be quite unpredictable depending on how trained the dogs are. I don't know if that was the thinking behind it, but it definitely makes it quite interesting to know that most of this was apparently not scripted, which is certainly quite interesting. Based on that description, it's clear that there's not necessarily a lot of meat to the narrative. It's not the most intricate plot, but it still works well. But I do think you need to be a dog person. There are plenty of films that feature dogs, but you could still enjoy it even if you don't like dogs. Whereas this one, you might still enjoy bits. For example, if you're a fan of somebody in the cast, you can enjoy their performance, hopefully. But I do think you need to be a dog person to be able to enjoy this. Of course, if you're not a dog person, you want to give it a go by all means, but it is very, very dog-centric, and that is absolutely not a complaint. I think it does work very, very well. Visually, it's certainly quite good. We have some good camera work. The scenes in particular at the dog show are really satisfying to watch. The narrative, or what there is of a narrative, is well executed. The pacing is really good. As I said, we spent time getting to know the characters and contestants, and I think that was a nice way to start things off. And it's quite funny. It's not the most hilarious film, but it's certainly amusing enough when we have some really, really beautiful animals, some really gorgeous dogs, which is always, always a bonus. It's a solid experience. If you're a dog person, you're looking for an enjoyable film, and indeed one that's apparently largely improvised, then I'd say Best in Show is one that's worth watching. I rather enjoyed it, and I'm happy to recommend it.